engineers, the most convenient hours available, and welcoming guests of all ages and skill levels.
You can even leave with a DVD video of your session. So text or call for an appointment today at 562-355-2302. That's 562-355-2302. Or hit us up on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mixmasters Long Beach. Mixing business with pleasure.
Welcome back into Cerritos College men's basketball here on WPMD. 48-35 the score here at the half, and the visiting Falcons leading the Vaqueros of Glendale College. Nick Rice, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming schedule for Cerritos College. They have another week off and a week to get even better after this one. They take on a 1-5 Pasadena team December the 19th, next Friday night at home.
Let me just add to that. This basketball team off of 4 days looks like a far different Falcon team. This is a ball club that is unstoppable here tonight on offense. You give them another week to rest, can you imagine what kind of production they can put on? And I feel awfully bad for 1-5 Pasadena coming up in next Friday. We'll have that obviously right here on Spreaker.com. Could you imagine what Pasadena's thinking? Boy, if this basketball team can put up 48 against Glendale, what in the world is going to happen when we have to travel to their place? Here, this is on the road for Cerritos College. What's going to happen when we have to go to their place and see that offense go back to work? Furthermore, what happens if Michael Wynn gets going? They're doing this without their main scorer.
Yeah, Michael Wynn in that first half. He finally got it going, hit a couple of threes in the final minutes of that first half. But absolutely, the lone Division I product here on this Cerritos College men's basketball team, at least for the moment, is Michael Wynn. And he really hasn't gotten it going offensively, like you mentioned, Nick Rice. If he does here in this second half, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, it certainly is. And this is what is going this is the kind of production offensively that for a lost season that Cerritos College has had, this is what will resurrect your year. 48 points in the opening half will go a long way. And currently, Cerritos College with a win, and if this score between Grossmont and El Camino holds, currently it's the Griffins that lead 32-24. They have an 8-point lead at the half over El Camino. With a win and an El Camino loss, Cerritos College will no longer be last in the South Coast Conference. I know it's early, but if Cerritos College can win, take care of business here tonight, step by step, you don't want to be the seller of the division. Furthermore, if LA Southwest, we'll get your scores on that, as tonight LA Southwest hosts 0-6 Imperial Valley. But if both those ball clubs lose and Cerritos College wins, they could be in a tie for third in the South Coast Conference. And we were looking at this Falcon team being among the worst in the state, yet they could still be in the running for the playoffs after just one night of basketball. It's amazing what one day does in the junior college ranks as far as basketball is concerned. We still have a long way to go, partner.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the South Coast Conference and the standings. Like you mentioned, coming into the night, LA Harbor, the number 1 team in the conference, number 12 overall in Southern California as far as the rankings go. 6-2 are the LA Harbor Seahawks. Long Beach City College, the Vikings, 4-3 in second. You talked about the implications of the LA Southwest and El Camino game, as well as this one for Cerritos College. Outside of LA Harbor, the conference is up for grabs.
It's wide open. And really, even LA Harbor is still it's a very young year, and they still are unheralded, if you will.
And
we don't know what to expect out of those guys. And furthermore, what's the first game after New Year's for Cerritos College?
At LA Harbor.
At LA Harbor. If they could really get things going offensively, it's amazing what one night makes. When a team, we'll all even go back to the Long Beach State basketball team. You lose to 30 for LA Xavier. 1 week later, you beat them by 10. It's amazing what 1 week can do as far as basketball goes. It's any given night. And LA Harbor, if you can knock off the Kings of the South Coast Conference, I mean, who in the world can you stop? Or who in the world can stop you?
Well, I was just about to mention, it's college basketball. Anything can happen.
It really can.
Despite the records.
And that was the case, 2-6 Cerritos College without the efforts of Jeff Gonzalez. Now they get the young man involved. I mean, who in the world can stop Cerritos College if they can get a man like Jeff Gonzalez going offensively? Boy, this is such a dangerous basketball team. Given it's against 1-5 Glendale, but they have just played some great half.
48-35 Cerritos College to begin the second half of action. The possession arrow will point the way of the Glendale College Vaqueros, and they'll open up on offense. Far side of the floor controlling is Michael Carter. The lob, and Dylan Biggs was not able to complete what would have been a fantastic alley-oop slam dunk, but he was fouled on the way up and will go to the line for two.
Yeah, well, that is another miss. Glendale, 40% shooting. Meanwhile, Cerritos College is in the neighborhood of 70% from the field. They need to knock down these free throws to crawl back in it.
Biggs got the first one. Dylan Biggs in that first half of action for Glendale Community College. He led the way scoring for the Vaqueros with 8 points. Now make it 9. He hit the 2 free throws, and it's an 11-point ball game again, 48-37 Falcons. Douglas will bring it up for Cerritos College. Michael Wynn, like we mentioned, really needs to get it going here in the second half to solidify a win for the Falcons. He controls here. Spin move down into the paint. He'll kick it back out. Earl Morgan. Morgan to the far side of the floor. Douglas with 15 to shoot. Will drive the lane. Douglas, easy left-hand layup. He missed it. Didn't even hit the rim. Rebound for Dylan Biggs. Biggs in transition. Behind his back, a pass to the near side of the floor. On his way for an easy 2 points is Michael Carter, and it's a 9-point lead for Cerritos College.
And Glendale, with this effort, they believe that they have what it takes to crawl back in this basketball game. And another turnover, Cerritos College.
Earl Morgan called for steps.
Can ill afford to slowly let Glendale breathe. We're talking all this Falcon dominance offensively. You have 48 points on the board, but you can't give Glendale any signs of life. A turnover and quick 2, and the Vaqueros are right back in it, down by 9.
Little 4-0 run to open up the second half for the Vaqueros. Thomas with it, gives to Biggs. Biggs one-on-one with Josh Brown. Near side of the floor, thinking about taking the 3 was Mitchell West, and down inside, a foul called on Earl Morgan as Michael Carter was on his way to the bucket. That's not a shooting foul, it's on the floor.
Well, these are the kind of halves that both Cerritos College and Glendale have lost. They have been in a majority of their basketball games thus far this year due to their defense. Obviously, defense has been non-existent for both teams tonight, but it looks like another turnover.
Turnover.
Yeah, that's a real regrettable pass if you're Glendale. But
yeah, on the inbound, Mitchell West was looking for Dylan Biggs, and he threw it over his head, so right back goes the basketball to the Cerritos College Falcons. 18-40, second half, 48-39.
It appears like the winner of tonight's ball game will be the one that doesn't make the most mistakes.
Michael Wynn will pull up, little jumper, rims out, rebound away to Glendale College. Biggs will bring it up for the Vaqueros.
I'll make it 3 of 7 for Micah Wynn tonight from the floor.
Near side of the floor, Carter. Thomas controlling. Thomas will step back. That's a 2. He missed it. Rebound to Jeff Gonzalez. Falcons will look to push in transition. Douglas kicks to the corner. Earl Morgan a 3. No. Cerritos College with 9 trays in the first half. They missed their first attempt here in the second half. Rebound Thomas on the other end, thinking about a 3 but not taking it was Mitchell West. Instead he'll drive to the bucket, missed the layup. Rebound Earl Morgan.
Well, now these offenses are about as ice cold here in the second half as they were blazing hot in the first. That'll be 4 consecutive misses, 2 for each team, and after another, it looks to be near turnover.
Yeah, kickball called.
Cerritos College still clinging to a 9-point lead due to, for the first time all day, their defense.
48-39. It'll be Falcon ball out of bounds after the kickball. Bell will inbound to Michael Wynn. Guarded tightly by Michael Carter to the top of the key. Wynn down inside. Gonzalez back to Wynn. Wynn, he'll take the 3. Airballed it.
He hit the net, but not over the rim.
Nothing but net, but it didn't go in.
0 for his last 3. Michael Wynn, my goodness, feel awfully bad for him. Averaging 20 points per game. How about 2 for him tonight? Did not expect this.
Wynn, the former UC Riverside commit, since then has decommitted and opened up his recruiting. Perhaps looking to get some bigger looks. Turnover here. One-on-one. Gonzalez to the bucket, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Jeff Gonzalez missed, which proves that he's not superhuman, but he's pretty darn close.
And he still gets 2 free throws out of it.
Jeff Gonzalez, a monster game for him, looking for his 13th and 14th point tonight. A man who's only averaging a combined, make it 5 points per game.
Yeah, Gonzalez, who came into the night shooting 55% from the field. That's a fantastic number right there, but he's been on fire. First free throw at the line for Gonzalez, and he got it. Back to a 10-point lead. One more for Jeff Gonzalez at the 9. 49-39, 17-11 left to go first half.
Yeah, he only played 19 minutes against Cypress on Sunday. Got a feeling that he's going to play a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll need to if Cerritos College wants to win this game.
Yeah, why not put it away from the hot hand? He's gotten that first half heat, if you will, and it has made it the exact same production here in the second.
Gonzalez got both at the line. Dylan Biggs on the other end will bring it up.
2 for 2 for Gonzalez, also 8 for 8 from free throws. He shot 10 times and has made every single one.
Biggs with it, near side of the floor. Working on Bell. Biggs, a pull-up jumper. He missed it. Rebound to Gonzalez. He's everywhere.
He is.
In transition, Earl Morgan nearly lost it. Give down low. Gonzalez, here we go again. This time his shot blocked away.
Phenomenal play.
Felix Anugan blocked it away for Glendale. Thomas with it on the other end. An 11-point Falcon lead, 50-39, 16 and a half left to go here in the second half.
Yeah, that was the first miss for Jeff Gonzalez. Now make it 10 of 11. Oh, well. When you include free throws.
Hey, nobody's perfect. Biggs on the other end, fadeaway jumper. Rebound to Jeff Gonzalez. Earl Morgan in transition. It's a 3-on-1 favoring Glendale. Morgan doesn't care. Floater off the glass. He missed it. Rebound Thomas.
Oh, for their last 3, Cerritos College.
Thomas all the way to the bucket. Fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2.
Still an 11-point lead for the Falcons, and they're getting things going with predominantly their bench thus far.
Now just 2 points through the first 3 minutes and 56 seconds here in the second half for Cerritos College, both coming at the free throw line. So not a field goal yet for the Falcons here in the second half.
Well, luckily only 4 points for Glendale as well. So they've been playing great defense despite the offense sputtering a little bit. But I think we were a little bit spoiled with 48 points and 82% from three-point land. They've wavered off a bit on the offensive side. But all that Cerritos College needs to do here in the final 16 minutes tonight is just hold on the defensive side.
Bell, Gonzalez, and Morgan will check out. LeFou, Perez, and Merriweather will check in for Cerritos College. Thomas got the first free throw. He's got one more at the line. And a lane violation called on Glendale College as he got the second one, but it won't matter. 10-point lead. Thomas gets one at the line, 50-40.
Now that I remember, Glendale had an atrocious defensive day from beyond the arc against Miracosta as well.
Well, they allowed 7 3-pointers against Miracosta, 9 in that first half. Here's what might be number 10, but missing is Perez. Offensive rebound for LeFou, but now LeFou loses it, and it's out of bounds, luckily, for Cerritos College off of Glendale.
Now LeFou in his first action tonight, a man who has struggled a bit scoring points. In fact, he's averaging less than 1 point per game. He's more of that defensive presence. And being a big man, it looks like Cerritos College down the stretch is going to need his defensive efforts.
LeFou, the freshman out of Orange Lutheran High School, out of the Trinity League. Perez down low, kick it back out. LeFou will try a 3 and hit it.
Uncharacteristic, phenomenal play, and exactly what Cerritos College needed. Now make it 10 of 14 from beyond the arc.
Well, that ought to help his point per game average out just a little. A 13-point Falcon lead at 53-40, 15-15 left to go. Thomas controls for Glendale. Down inside, Dylan Biggs. Back out Thomas. Thought about the 3. Guarded tightly by Taylor Douglas. Thomas will drive to the bucket. High floater off the glass. He missed it. Perez will come down for the rebound. He'll kick it out. Win for Cerritos College across the timeline. Win all the way to the bucket. And he's fouled on the way up. 2 free throws upcoming for Micah Wynn. And now some extracurricular activity after the play.
Micah Wynn has a right to be frustrated. He got shoved almost to the floor. Well, the shot clock for this game here today says 35, but these basketball players don't care. They're using 6, 7, 8 seconds to drive the length of the floor to score. And Micah Wynn's looking for a resurrection here at the free throw line. Only his 3rd and 4th point if he's able to knock down these 2.
So a little bit of a scruffle there, if you will, after the foul on Micah Wynn. No flagrant, no technical called, so just 2 free throws for the sophomore, and he misses the first. Uncharacteristic miss is coming into the night. 86% free throw shooter, Micah Wynn.
Not to mention one of the highest scoring from beyond the arc, and he's just not found a good night anywhere on the floor, no matter where he's shooting.
Wynn missed the first, got the second. A 14-point Falcon lead. Under 15 minutes left to play, 54-40, Cerritos College.
If you're going to